So 40, you really about to sit up here after what we just saw Jazz do on URL's homecoming back in New York, Irving Plaza, in front of the entire battle rap community and say, you don't know how to quantify if Jazz is a draw or how much of a draw she is? Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? This is Temperature Check. I am your host, as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. How y'all doing? And I wouldn't be who I am if I ain't do what I do. So shout out to my brand news and my day ones. Of course, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Shout out my brother Deadass Talk. Oh, man. So, past few days, it's been all about Jazz. It's been all about Jazz. From the interviews, shout out to everybody that's got a fire interview with her, including myself. I know Black Compass got one. I seen her on Hip Hop Is Real. I know New Era Pop. She everywhere. Twitter Spaces talking about her. Coming off of URL homecoming, she is the talk of the town. There's Murder Mook, then there's Jazz the Rapper, then there's Jazz the Rapper, then there's Murder Mook. But a couple people had a few questions regarding Jazz the Rapper, regarding her resume, maybe her profile, popularity, things of that nature. Shout out 40 Bars, shout out E Heart. You can catch them in the morning on the Twitter Spaces, Wake and Bake. That's their thing. I think they also run that show on Caffeine as well. So salute to them. Not about to sit here and say I don't talk to them. None of that. But we were in the Spaces a couple of days ago, and we were talking about Jazz. Now, when we were talking about Jazz, it was more so giving her flowers, saying, at this point in time, we do think that was her best performance against Vixen. How, she's really come into 2022 and made it her own. Said she was going to be outside more. I think she blew up her damn house because that's all she is outside in 2022. Ain't really seen her go back inside for real this year. And I like that. But E-Heart and specifically 40 Bars had the question. 40 Bars is struggling when it comes to quantifying the draw that is Jazz the Rapper, because her position is, well, Jazz only battles on the URL. She only battles on Queen of the Ring, except for the battle overseas. But within those battles on the URL and Queen of the Ring, that because of the names that she's associated with on the card, they don't know if she can stand alone 10 toes down on the main event and hold it down. What? You don't know if Jazz, who has been Performance of the Night multiple times, Battle of the Night multiple times, been on the champion cover a couple times. Just this year, you don't know if she's a draw? We got to do better. We got to do better. Let me break this thing down for you. 40 Bars. Now, your position is you go to this league, you go to that league. The people follow you, and that they do. I just saw you on a one rounder with Dre Dennis, Gates of the Garden. Shout out to him. What was that? 4 months ago, 39,000 views. Not bad. Not bad at all. But then I went to the latest drop by Jazz the Rapper. Shout out OSBL, the 2-on-2 she did with Lou Castro and against Cake Life. That has 77,000 in half the time. And it's also one of their most viewed battles on OSBL. And they said their subscribers grew substantially when that battle dropped. So you might not be able to qualify what is a draw, but the numbers say Jazz is a draw. You saying she don't be outside, but Loaded Lux has already told us it's not about how many times you fight. It's about who you fought. Every time Jazz battles it means something. Show me where I'm wrong. Show me where the culture has not stopped everything they was doing and said, what's Jazz doing over there? I heard she got a battle. Well, if she ain't got a battle, we want to see her battle. Her and Weed and Battles got into a full-fledged argument. It's the argument that put him on the map pertaining to personalities in the battle rap, because he wanted to see her outside because she was only battling here and there. Now she outside. Now y'all got a problem with it. It sounds like y'all hating. I ain't gonna lie to you. 40 bars. You were the draw. But just like in The Lion King, the great circle of life, it is the great circle of life. Because guess what? You had a great battle against QB Black Diamond. You went crazy on her. And in that argument that you was talking to Jazz, you mentioned that battle. But you didn't mention C3 that was also on that Chrome 23. Wasn't that on the Chrome 23 platform? I do believe it was. Didn't you just come off of battling Fonz on Prime Night? I went back and watched that C3 battle. Choke, stumbles, nasty work. Fonz battle, I heard you got your soul lifted. So why you not talking about those battles? Like, yeah, we watching them, but it's the quality that is of concern when it comes to 40 bars rounds and going to see a 40 bars battle. You do not know what you're going to get if you pay $40, $50 to go watch 40 bars battle. Because if she'll choke for $25K in front of Remy, she will choke in a one-rounder. Just the facts. Jazz the rapper, every time she pop up outside, it's 100%. It's a movie. She giving us moments. She giving us quotables. We're laughing with her. We're oohing. We're eyeing. We're cheering. She is the draw in female battle rap, and it ain't even close. It ain't even close. And I seen Piper Boy say this. He believes that when the battle between Jazz and Vixen went down, the gap in talent, the gap in overall star power, the gap in draw was so big that it got a couple of y'all a little tight. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily the case, but I do know this. When we saw that battle, we said, oh, shit. Who gonna be the one that's gonna beat Jazz? That's the real question, because at this point in time, they saying Jazz shouldn't even battle women at this point. They saying Jazz should be on an all-male run. Unless it's a couple names, and literally a couple names, they talking about she only need to battle guys. And Jazz was in the Twitter spaces today, even sharing further insight into this. Shout out my brother Cola. Shout out Black Compass Media. In their spaces, she said when she did that 2-on-2 with official Double Impact, she only got paid $2,000. Think about who was on that card. You got Loaded Lux and Hollow. You got Rock. You got Chess. You got DNA. You got K-Shine. You got all these names, and she got 2 racks. But she's also a woman in battle rap. So sometimes you might have to take the lesser bag now to get to the greater bag later. Let me update my resume. Let me update my profile. And then we will assess my asking price afterwards. And after she got off that stage, she said 2 bands ain't enough. You paying me 2 bands, $2,500? No, I'm Jazz the rapper. I'm Jazz the mother rapper. And so she sat out. And while she sat out, that bag steadily increasing. Every time she talked to URL, them conversations getting easier and easier to have. Why? Because she says she know her value. She know her worth. She not budging. Now, I'm not saying that's something that you do, 40, but what I'm saying is it makes sense to why she's saying I'm only going to battle when I want, when I get paid what I want. And she gotta be a draw because usually when people do stuff like that, it's either they gonna pay you or they not gonna pay you. Hate to say this, Misfit. They said you needed a certain amount, right? You said you needed a certain amount. You still waiting for that certain amount. We haven't seen you since you said that. That is the difference between Jazz the Rapper and Misfit. Simply put, when Jazz said they're gonna sit down, they give her a bigger bag. Bring your ass back outside. Bring them shoes, bring that jacket, bring that Bronx fitted back outside. Misfit made the same threat. They said, all right, we'll see you. Go do your thing. Support. Salute to the channel. Watch this. It's a difference. It's levels. Like y'all talk about this, it's levels. 40 bars. I ain't gonna lie to you. Again, last 4 rounds, I got you choking, slipping, stumbling, something. I cannot, if I had my last $100 to bet for entertainment for the month, and it's either watch a 3-round jazz battle or a 3-round 40 bars, I gotta go with the jazz battle because I know I'm gonna get 3 complete rounds. So 40 bars, my challenge to you is prove us wrong. Change this narrative. The narrative you can control, not the narrative trying to be created, the narrative you can control as it pertains to your personal career. Because last I checked, you got Ill Will coming up on RBE closure. Wait a minute. You got Ill Will coming off a loss to Rosenberg, and you worried about who is drawn. You need to be worrying on Ill Will drawing on you. That's what you need to be worried about. Don't worry. Jazz got her. Woman of the Year might have got that locked down. Being one of the first female names on the Champion of the Year list. Not going to say she was the first, but being one of the first names to arguably be on that list, and she ain't going to be number 20. I can tell you that. That's what makes her a draw. It's everything. Before the battle, after battle, when she's not battling. It's everything that makes her a draw. Everything. 40. You are a draw because of your legacy. But in 2022, it's time to update the resume. In 2022, it's time to stop living off your history, your legacy. Stop resting on your laurels in 2022. Update that resume because right now, them last 4 rounds looking shaky, baby. Would y'all be doing this if Surf was here? Y'all would not be picking on Jazz like this. Y'all did not have the same energy when Sue Surf was around. You know why? Because Sue Surf had Jazz right here. Y'all wasn't touching her. But now that Big Bro, you know what I'm saying? Free to wave. I just feel like some of y'all is trying to spin the block and it got a little bit of salt in what you're saying. Y'all a little salty about some of the things y'all saying and some of the things y'all doing. I'm just saying. But salute to 40, salute to E-Heart, and definitely salute to Jazz, man. 40, you got that battle versus Ill Will. You better win. You better show up. Because if not, the battle rap community about to be on your ass. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, Team 40 not gonna save you from this one. You get 30 by Ill Will, Team 40 not gonna save you. Bring your lunch pail. This is Temperature Check. I am your host, as always, man. Mr. Check the Temperature. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. And you know the motto. We ain't just getting started. We've been here.